Hi everyone. It's a pity that I could not be there for this felicitation of Satish, and I hope this recording will make up for it. Actually, I have known Satish since 1982 when I first met him in a IMB modification of materials conference. I think it was in Sicily, and over a poster session he and I got to interact, and I noticed his creative application of conversion electron mouthpart spectroscopy to IMB modified materials, and I was very impressed. And one of the things that you learn in Bell Labs is to recognize a star quality in a person, and I could very clearly see that this guy was a rising star. And well, justified by my expectation, about 1984-85 time frame, Satish came up with the idea of pulse laser induced chemistry at various surfaces, and this is another very exciting problem, a very original idea, and I was of course clearly impressed by that work, and we're also trying to repeat some of that work in our own laboratory. And in 1986 I visited Pune and I saw Satish's lab, and I have to say that it is one of the most imaginatively created laboratory with lots of indigenous technology, and was truly impressed me. And I requested that if he found any time, he should come and visit me at Belcour. In 1987, Satish actually visited us at Belcour. I was at Rutgers at that time, my lab, and that was a time also when we had invented the PLD process. So life was, running at some extraordinary speed, and Satish was part of all of this stuff. And when he came back to India after the visit at Belcour, he ended up setting up one of the, I would say, the premier effort in pulse laser deposition in India. And this was, I would say, I was extremely fortunate because by a variety of circumstances, in around 1997, Satish decided to come and work with me full-time at Maryland, and we had, I would say, about 7 years or so of highly productive interaction at Maryland, where Satish was the key person actually taking charge of my entire research group, and was responsible for a great deal of collaborations and ideas, and entry into new areas and so on. It was really quite a wonderful time, and I was really happy when Satish got an opportunity to re-establish his effort in India at NCL, and when I last visited him, as expected, he had a really wonderful group, highly diverse, indicating his very large interest base, and ranging from materials to biology, and it was certainly not something that I wouldn't have expected. And well, all in all, I think Satish is one of the most energetic, naturally curious researcher, highly endowed with something that most of us wish we had, and that is creativity. And that's what has sustained him through all these years, and that's what makes him so attractive to work with. I hope NCL will hang on to him for another 20 years, because I don't think Satish has peaked yet, so he's still got a lot of potential, so they got to figure out a way to keep him there. Okay, so I consider myself really lucky to have known him, and I've been very fortunate to have interacted with him for, I would say, the last 25-30 years, and I wish Satish all the best, and not to quit, and keep at what he's doing, which he's so good at. Okay, thank you so much.